guys, it's Kendra. I'm back with a part 2 of baby names that I really love, but I just won't be using because we are done having kids after this baby is born. So if you guys are new, my name is Kendra. I'm currently pregnant with a little boy. I'm 24 weeks pregnant, and I also have twin girls that are 2. Their names are June and Violet. And we have this little baby's name picked out. I just haven't said it yet. Actually, 2 of you guys guessed it in my last video. So if you want to go back and read the comments, I can tell that a lot of you are searching for videos like this, trying to get ideas, because it's hard to name kids. Like, there's just so many names out there, but everybody has their own style of names and whatnot. So I wanted to be able to give you more ideas. So I actually came up with about 10 more boy names and girl names. So now we have a total of like 20 for each. So I'll link the other video down below. The other reason I wanted to do this is because so many of you left names that you like that are kind of similar to the ones, like same type of genre of names. And I had forgot about them. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that name. So my type of style name that I like is classic names, old-fashioned names, names that aren't super trendy, but aren't extremely popular. I don't know, I feel like for girl names, I like things that are definitely a lot more old-fashioned, and boy names maybe a little bit more classic. So I hope you guys get some good ideas, and let's get to the list. Okay, the first name for a boy is Henry. This one is a classic name that I just think is adorable as a little kid and can really grow with the boy as he gets older. And I also love it for a dog name. We always have said once we get a lab, we're gonna name him Henry. Next name is a middle name, and it can be a first name. So I really like Gray for a middle name. I think it's really cute as Grey, so something Gray. For first name, I'm not huge on it, but I do think Grayson is cute. That's kind of a little borderline trendy for me, but I do really like Gray for a middle name. The next name I have is Finn. I think this is such a cute, classic name. I think Finn is kind of cuter as a little kid. No, Finn can work too as he gets older, but just simple F-I-N-N. I thought that's just like really adorable. Next is Leo, just L-E-O. So here's my thing about names. I like short names, and a lot of names, you know, are like Leo's short for like Leonardo or something, but I just like Leo. But maybe some of you have a son named just Leo or Finn, and that's their full name. I was talking to Andrew about names. He's like, I feel like we would have to do like the full name, and then you just call them something for short. I really like names just to use their full name though. I'm not a huge nickname person, and I think of the nickname that they're gonna call them, you know, before they're born. And like June her nickname's Junie, and that's actually longer than her name. And then Violet, we don't really call her anything for short. June sometimes says Vivi, but usually we just call her Violet. And then our boy's name is pretty short, so we won't really have a nickname for him. I mean, there's definitely nicknames you can use, but I like when you can just call them their full name. So Leo, I think, is really cute though. The next name is Everett. I think this is such a strong, kind of manly name. Everett just seems like a classic, like almost grandpa name, which is maybe why I like it so much. But Everett is such a different, I don't know any Everetts. And again, you can call him Ev, that's kind of cute actually. But E-V-E-R-E-T-T, Everett. I think that is just like a great name. The next name is Dawson. And I guess some people think of like Dawson's Creek when they hear that. But to me, Dawson just seems more like an old-fashioned name and like a sweet name. Like it sounds just like a nice person, Dawson. And it's just it flows nice. I also like how it just looks on paper. So to me, Dawson is like a very prestigious name. Next, I have Graham, and Graham is kind of a little more trendy right now, but Graham is, again, one of those names that can really grow with the child. I think it's super cute as a little boy, and then like an older Graham just sounds very attractive to me. Next is Jonah, and I know Jude is really popular too. My cousin just had a Jude, but I really like Jonah. I think it's strong. It's, again, like all these names, I feel like they're good as a kid, but they can really grow with the child. And I like just that it's kind of short and to the point. The next one I just wrote down, but I thought it'd be cute for a middle name, and it's Sage, S-A-G-E. So gray and sage, I thought I have a thing for colors. Like, I don't know what it is, and I even have another color on my girl names. Something about them, I really like them. I saw that somewhere and I thought that was kind of cool. The next names I have are Ethan and Evan. I think both are just solid boy names. There's nothing super trendy or crazy about them, but I think they're just good names to have for a little boy. I do have a cousin named Ethan, so I wouldn't use that. But Evan is one that I really do like too. I feel like some of you guys guessed Evan for our son. A lot of you guys guessed Nathan, actually, because I mentioned so many One Tree Hill names, and that was like one that I didn't mention, but it's not Nathan. And the last name I have for a boy is Carter. This is a name that I liked more like a couple years ago, I think. And it's kind of faded out for me, I think, because a lot of people have Carters now. I feel like there's a lot of like 5-year-old boys right now named like Carson and Camden and Carter, like those type of names. But I thought Carter was just like a nice solid name. Okay, so those are boy names, and let's move on to some girl names. So the first one I have here is Adeline. This is what I'm talking about, like going to a nickname. She definitely would be called Addie. I mean, it's not necessarily, but Adeline was one of the names that I really, really loved. I thought it's just so beautiful. And I think I first heard it when Age of Adeline came out with Blake Lively. Andrew liked it too. He likes longer names like that. And the only thing was, like, he really liked having Addie as a nickname, but for me, I did like Adeline more than Addie. I didn't want to have to call her Addie all the time, but I do think that's really cute. I thought Adeline Atkins sounds cute too. The next name is Hazel. Here's my other color name. Hazel sounds like an adorable little girl, and I don't know any Hazels. There might be a lot more now because I have seen it on a lot of like baby name lists recently. But every time I do hear of Hazel, I'm always like, ooh, that's really cute. And I think it's very classic, like that old fashioned style. So that's one of my favorites. The next name I have is Darcy. And this name I heard, I mean, I've known 2 Darcys, I think, in my lifetime. One I knew in high school, one I knew in college. And I remember when I met this Darcy in college, I was like, she just fits so well with the name Darcy. She was like the prettiest girl ever. And ever since I met her, I was like, I love the name Darcy. Like, what a great name. And Andrew never liked it. He never liked Darcy. I remember when I was pregnant with the twins, I always would bring up Darcy. I'm like, what about Darcy? And he's like, no, I don't like Darcy. I'm like, seriously, you don't like any names that I like? I think that is a really strong, kind of confident name for a girl. I've always liked it. Next is Brooklyn. And I never would use this too because I have a sister-in-law named Brooke. But I've always liked Brooklyn. I think that is really pretty. And like Brooklyn Decker, I think she's the only one I know who has the name Brooklyn. It's not super, it doesn't really go with all the other names I like. I feel like my other names I like are a little more classic, old-fashioned, but Brooklyn is a little like newer. So yeah, that's just always been a name that I've gravitated towards. The next name actually goes with this one, which is Scotland. And I just heard this the other day. I even said it out loud to Andrew. I was like, oh my gosh, isn't Scotland a cute name? And even he agreed with me, which is so, so rare. And I think I saw on like a baby list name or something, but I've never heard of any girl named Scotland. And I mean, I guess you could call her Scotty. That's kind of cute actually though. Scotland sounds so different and unique to me. I love it. The next 2 are kind of, I like them, but I don't know if I would have the guts to name my girls these names. The first is Penny. And there's something, I don't know who I knew. I didn't know somebody named Penny, but they had a daughter. I think somebody I followed had a daughter named Penny. And that always sounded so cute to me. I was like, little Penny, that is just adorable. And the other name is Piper, which I've heard before. I think my mom liked Piper for my little brother when he was being born. But Penny and Piper, like those sound, I wouldn't do them together, but Piper, like they're just kind of fun and cutesy. I don't know if it'd be too cutesy for me, but I've always kind of liked them. And the last name I have on here is Mia. And Mia is like the shortest name that I've written down. And I do know that Mia is very popular right now. I think though that Mia I like more if it was like because I had Amelia on, I had Amelia on my other list, my other video. So it'd be cute for an Amelia to be called Mia, but I thought Mia could be a good middle name too. So those are all of my names. I hope this gave you guys more name inspiration. Let me know down below what names you like, what names you're considering using. I'm excited for you guys to know the name of our baby. I really thought more of you guys would guess it, but you didn't. Actually, okay, these are the top names that you guys guessed. Nathan was one, Jack, a lot of you guessed Jack, because a lot of the names I've realized that I like are kind of like old-fashioned English names. So Jack, you guessed, Henry, a lot of you guys guessed, and there was one other one I thought that was, I kept seeing a lot. I can't remember now. But anyways, there were a few of you who did guess our name. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's it. Oh, some of you guessed what his middle name is. I mean, you said you thought the middle name that we're using would be his first name, but actually it's going to be his middle name for different reasons. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. I would love to have you upload every week, twice a week. And yeah, that is it for today. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.